And that game featuring the one and only Caitlin Clark starts at 5:30. A lot of people are going to be here in town. They are here in town already. The Big Ten says more than 100,000 fans are here throughout this 5-day competition. So do keep that in mind when you're considering your Friday night plans. If you're going to be downtown, lots of people are going to be out here. Lots of bars packed, restaurants packed. So keep that in mind, guys.
And Ubers and Lyfts, I feel like they might have some surge pricing going on too.
No doubt about
Yikes.
that.
All right, Michelle, thank you.
Well, we are tracking some new developments here in a story we brought you as breaking news last night at 10 o'clock. In the last 6 hours, we learned a school resource officer in Fridley is in the hospital right now after being kicked in the head. Officials tell us he was responding to a fight at the high school. Fridley Public Safety tells us it happened in the school's parking lot yesterday, just after classes let out. The person who allegedly kicked the SRO and 2 people involved in the fight were arrested. That officer right now is in the hospital and is in stable condition.
In a matter of hours, a statewide report will be released looking at how much rideshare drivers should be making, and the results could impact a controversial new ordinance in Minneapolis.
I'm Ian Russell. The Minneapolis City Council has approved a rideshare ordinance that would give rideshare drivers a minimum wage. It didn't come without some back and forth, though, including from members on the City Council. City Council member Koski asked for there to be a delay of 2 weeks for a statewide wage survey that is expected to come out on Friday, something that Mayor Jacob Frey has also asked him to wait for. He, of course, is expected to veto this ordinance, but council members tell us they are going to override that veto. This comes as Uber and Lyft say that they are going to leave the market if this is in place. This ordinance is expected to go into effect on May 1st.
As you head into your weekend this afternoon, teachers across the metro will be rallying at the Capitol. They're wrapping up a week of action for unions in the middle of contract negotiations. This comes 24 hours after teachers and parents in Minneapolis spoke out about the nearly $110 million shortfall that the district is predicting next year. The district says several factors come into play here, including lower enrollment and expiring pandemic funds. And now they're looking at cuts to several programs and possible teacher and staff layoffs.
I want to work with our district to put the money where it belongs, because when you're taking it away, you're taking from the students.
It's just not right when we keep on professing to be a district that wants to be a destination district, a world-class district. You cannot cut your way into being a world-class district.
Now, the district says it's working on keeping the focus on students while also making the most appropriate cuts.
The mother of a missing Wisconsin 3-year-old is now facing new charges. In the last 24 hours, the state added another child neglect charge related to how Katrina Bauer allegedly treated a 6-year-old. The court also upgraded a felony child neglect charge she was already facing. Elijah Vu was last seen more than 2 weeks ago.
Time 6:06. Take a look at this new video in the last few hours. That's President Biden arriving back at the White House after delivering what was a pretty fiery State of the Union address. In the president's final address of his first term, he called on Congress to act on issues ranging from wars overseas to abortion rights to preserving democracy.
I came to office determined to get us through one of the toughest periods in the nation's history. We have. My lifetime has taught me to embrace freedom and democracy.
One State of the Union guest is facing charges this morning for disrupting the president's speech.
The biggest increase in history. It was then.
That man you heard from was 51-year-old Stephen Nakui yelling "Abby Gate" and "United States Marines." He's the father of a Marine killed in a bombing in Afghanistan's capital back in 2021. Capitol Police say he was arrested.
This morning, Republicans are responding to Biden's address. Senator Katie Britt from Alabama spoke right after the president's speech.
What we saw was the performance of a permanent politician who has actually been in office for longer than I've been alive. One thing was quite clear, though. President Biden just doesn't get it. He's out of touch. Under his administration, families are worse off, our communities are less safe, and our country is less secure.
Coming up.